What's up, everybody? This is Anthony here, and today we're going to be changing the oil on a 1998 Chevy Blazer. Said it before, I like the older cars because they're easier to work on. And I'm gonna show you exactly how much easier. If I can not show my license plate though. In the interest of time, I've got everything kind of already set up. The tools you're gonna need. Going to need some towels, obviously. A piece of cardboard, those towels are from last time, your tools, and then, very important, this right here. To get to the, you're going to need to change the oil and the oil filter. To get to the oil filter, this front part right here says lock. I don't know if you can read it. Lock, turn it this way. Unlock, turn it this way. I've already pre-loosened everything, so I'm just going to open that up, and then the oil filter is right there. We're going to be needing to take that out, but again, I've already pre-loosened everything to make this video go a little bit quicker. Of course, you got your oil pan. Definitely going to need that. You don't want this shit dripping all over the road. And then right there is your oil. Now, how do you change this? Well, take your tool right here. This, I love Duralast. They make very good tools. Take your tool right here, wrench, whatever you want to call it. In this case, it takes a, I don't know if you can see that, if it would focus. It's 15 millimeter. There it is. Take it, snap it down on there, then snap it on there, and then you're ready to go. See if I can do this while filming. You want to take it, put it on there. I've already got it set to open, so basically wanting to turn it this way. Now, like I said, I've already loosened everything in the interest of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this by hand. It's a really good idea to have gloves too if you don't have them. In case you're wondering. So, and then, there it is, folks. See how black that fucking oil is? Means it definitely needed changed. Now, that's going to be a minute, so while we're waiting on that to drain, I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to wipe it off. And then once the oil drains, then I'll show you how to remove the air filter. Not the air filter, Jesus. The oil filter, and then go from there. It's really not that complicated of a process. Okay, folks, as you can probably see, the oil is, I'll bring it in a little bit closer so you can see. It's basically at the point where it's just dripping. That's good enough. So now, while I had it, while I was waiting, I went on ahead and wiped this off, got all that old oil off of there, so we can reinsert it. Now, gonna do this even before we get the oil filter. Before we take the oil filter off. Okay, so here we go. If this quality is bad on this video, I apologize, everybody. I'm trying to kind of film and do this. Basically, doing the oil change. Shit. Sorry. Doing the oil change one-handed. Shows you how easy of a job it is, but it's actually really critical. Next, I did tighten it on by hand, but that's not good enough. I want to tighten it with this guy. Now, the way this thing works, I had it. See this where it says push? You press down on this. If I can do this with one hand, and then turn it, or just use the ground. See, it gives basically what it does. One way loosens it, and then you turn it the other way, and it tightens it. believe I just turned it. I just set it to tighten, but we're gonna find out here in a second. Okay. So now we put that back on. Nope, it's still loosened. Okay. So tighten on the ground. See something. Might need 2 hands for this, folks. Give me a second. Alright, there it is for real this time. Turned it to the real tightening mode. I'm trying to let it focus on you. I don't know why it's doing this, but whatever. Anyway, then you put it on here and tighten it up even more. See how it's doing that? Now, of course, you want to make sure it's tight so it doesn't leak. And I'm about to test it here in a second. Now, if you can see that it's no longer dripping, that is a good indicator that you got it tight enough. So now, do the second part of this. Pull this right here, and we're going to get the oil filter out. Now, reason why I pulled the pan is because obviously, as soon as I finish loosening this oil filter, more oil is going to come out of that part. And you don't want it to drip on the ground. So, in this case, I have this guy right here. Just basically going to reach on and twist it like that, or twist it like that, whichever way you need to loosen it up. So, in this case, going to be if you can see that it's coming or not, but it is coming slowly but surely. There it is, sorry. Alright, see? Now, I've unscrewed it. Now I'm going to finish it off by hand. Here we go. See that oil coming? Lord. Alright, and here it comes. Shit. Here it comes. And there it is. Let that all drip into your oil pan. Alright, that's giving it enough time. As you can see, you can probably hear some guy pouring it through the parking lot. But anyway, please ignore that. So it's dripping. And then, see right there? Next thing I'm going to want to do is wipe that out before I put the new one on. So, give me a second. I'm going to wipe all that off, and then these are your oil filters. This is the old one. This is the new one. Critical to make sure you have the right one. It would suck to have to go back to the auto parts store and get the right one. You can tell every part, the part number is right here. This case it is S3980. See, that old one was S3980, so that's the right part. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off I'm going to wipe off right there. Then I'm going to take this plastic off, and then I'm going to screw the new one in. But before I do that, after I take the plastic off, it's a good idea to take some of the new oil around your finger and then wipe it around here. Obviously after you take the plastic off, of course, and then screw it in tighter. Now what this does, it helps it get a helps it to have a better seal pretty much, and keeps it from leaking and all that good jazz. So I'm gonna wipe off and then put the new one on, and then we'll go from there. Alright folks, so there it is. There's the new filter on right there. Again, be sure to put some of the new oil on your finger, go around the seal, go around the little rubber part before tightening it in. Then you tighten it in, and as you can see, looks good and tight right there. Now comes the final part. Well, not the final part, but as far as the vehicle is concerned, and then I'm going to show you how to dispose of it, because you can't just throw this oil away. It's very dangerous to do that, and illegal. Now, to put the new oil in the vehicle, incredibly easy. Just find your dipstick. This is to check it, and this is where you put it in. So check it right here. This is where you put it in. Now, when you do put the new oil in, make sure you're putting the right oil in. It should stay here on the cap. Use SAE 5W30 or whatever kind of oil your vehicle takes. But it also says see owner's manual. If you don't know, check your owner's manual. Your car should come with a book that details the car, telling you everything, like what kind of oil to put in, how much to put in, kind of antifreeze to put in, and basically the schematics, however you say that shit, and the details of the car. This is SAE 5W30. Now, I actually have 5 of these. The vehicle only takes 4. I'm not putting 5 in. I personally like to buy an extra quart because, you know, just in case I need to fill the oil at some given point or time. But if you keep your oil clean and keep it changed, you shouldn't have that problem. Okay, so take your little funnel right here, like so. Put it right there, and then take your oil. Try to make sure y'all can see that, and just dump this shit in. Now this is one. Like I said, it's going to take 4 quarts of this. So. And each one of these little things right here is a quart. So if your vehicle does take 5 quarts, then you can just buy one of the big 5-quart ones. But mine doesn't, and like I said, I recommend you take you save an extra one for, you know, sometime in case your vehicle gets low. You don't want to be operating a vehicle with not enough oil in it. But on the flip side, if you put too much in, you're going to blow your engine too. So make sure you put the right amount of oil in and the right type of oil in. Now, I had to slow that down because I didn't want it like rushing like that. I don't want air bubbles to build up in it or anything stupid like that. But anyway, this is the 2nd quart. Okay, that's 2 quarts. I'm going to put 2 more in, and then I'm going to show you what to do with the old oil down there in the pan and the filter, and how to clean it up, because you definitely don't want to just throw this in the dumpster. It's very dangerous and it's illegal. get you fined or worse. I think it's a poison hazard or something like that. But anyway, I'm gonna put in 2 more quarts, and then we'll go from there. All right, folks, just added the 4 quarts in. Put this guy back on. You can check on the dipstick if you want to. Actually, why not? If you want to, I just want to give you a kind of a, I don't know if you can see that clearly or not, but there is good clean oil on the dipstick. Normally you want to wipe that off and check, but I mean, I know this thing takes 4 quarts, and I know I added 4 quarts in, so it's full. Again, you do not want to overfill the vehicle. Now, what you do want to do, at least what I do, is now I'm going to turn it on and let it run for a little bit and make sure that it's not leaking underneath. Make sure I tighten everything enough, because again, you do not want this crap. You do not want this crap all over your another problem here. It looks like the belt looks like I might have some other mechanical issues with this. Not having to do anything with the oil. It's not supposed to be moving like that. I don't know if you can see the pulley is moving. I do not think it's supposed to be moving like that. But that's another issue. That's another video. See? Not dripping. And then back there, see that oil pan? Nothing's dripping there either. So, looks like we have a successful oil change, folks. Now that we do have a successful oil change, we still have a lot of dirty oil. See that crap? And that is not, I don't think that's 4 quarts worth of oil, by the way, which means this definitely needed oil. Alright, folks, so this is going to be impossible to film and do at the same time, so I'm just going to show you what I do. Take one of your oil cans. First of all, stand on this. Take one of your oil cans with this right here, oil cans, oil bottles, whatever. See this right here? Make sure that is facing the outside so you can see how much oil you're pouring in. Because what you're going to want to do is take this, unscrew right here, and then pour it back into the oil bottle. And once it fills up right here, then stop. Screw this back on. Put the top back on your old oil thing. Put it over here and repeat the process until this is gone. Then take your extra towels. It's part of the reason why you have them. And wipe that out again. Now I'm getting ready to put my gloves back on because I had to take them off to screw the oil filter on because I just couldn't get a good grip. But this is really going to get your hands dirty, so I'm going to do this in live action, and then that'll be the end of it. But basically, you take an oil can, at least this is how I do it, put it in between your feet for support, with this side showing, so you can see, as you pour the oil, you tip this. You're going to have to tip it, unscrew this first so it'll come out, then use your funnel right here. Basically, it's going to be set up like this, folks. You're basically going to pour the oil through the funnel down into there until, and then it'll slowly rise up to here. Then you want to stop and put the cap on and repeat the process until that oil is gone.